Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and three toes. I will beat your ass.
Daiquiri presents the Die Laughing Comedy Show. It's going down Saturday, September 6th at 441 Railroad Street, Maxwell, Texas, 78656. For just $15 entry, you get admission and a frozen daiquiri to sip while you laugh the night away. Doors open, the jokes start rolling, and you don't want to miss this lineup that'll have you laughing until you cry. Mark your calendars, grab your friends, and come out to support. Saturday, September 6th, Maxwell, Texas.
Welcome to the show. This is the One Ass Cheek and Three Toes. My fellas here and ladies, welcome to the new season. Game day is upon us. The first game is Thursday. Our game is Saturday. Liz, I believe your Texans play at 4 o'clock too, right? No, you're muted. I think they play at the same time. So yeah, we're excited. How y'all fellas feeling and ladies?
Feeling good, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, y'all amped up, ready to go?
Yeah, man. It's about to be a good week of football in general.
Sir. It was good college football week too. So yeah, a lot of great games. But the big game will be Thursday. So hope you all have your places to eat and get your food ready and all that, because it's going to be hopefully an okay game. We'll see. It's still football, right?
We'll see, man. We'll see how I go.
Nice. There you go. Well, before we start, as you guys see, we have a fourth person that's added to the family, the One Ass Cheek family, and want to welcome Liz. Liz will be our I know, right? our Liz will be our affiliate, our Texan affiliate, and she'll be talking about Texans for 10 to 15 minutes, giving us the insight on what's going on in Houston. We're glad to have her. She's also going to be helping us get the podcast out there. So we're really grateful to have you, and thank you for everything you've done. And welcome to the family. And just give a couple of words before we give you your segment.
Oh, can't hear you.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
No.
Say something.
No voice is coming through.
Okay. Log out, Liz, real quick, and then come back in. Try that. See if I
can you hear me now?
Okay. There you go. You're good. There you go.
All right. There you go.
Okay. Sorry. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. And as y'all know, I've told y'all before, like, I believe in your podcast, and I believe that, I love football. So I believe that it's going to go further for you guys in your podcast, and also just, community base. I can get some of the Texans fans to rock with the Detroit, but just not cheer for the Detroit. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and start your segment. So you're on the clock now. Let's talk about the Texans. Tell us what's going on in the land of Houston.
Okay, so first of all, it's Houston. I love Houston. I love the Texans. So for all my Texans fans, hopefully you guys are joining. Put it in the chat if y'all guys are. I appreciate y'all watching me for these first 10 minutes. So Texans Nation, buckle up. Grab your favorite Tuesday taco. I had asada, so that was really good. And again, I'm Liz, and this is going to be all in on the Texans tonight. I'm going to break down a recap of preseason, what went right and what went wrong. And this Sunday is our first game of the season matchup. I'll break down to what the key players to watch and the strategies we need to see. I'll give you take on where this season is headed, in my opinion. And if the Texans can make a serious run, or are we looking at a rebuilding year again? We're going to talk about that. Last but not least, my own game predictions that I believe what's going to happen this Sunday. So, preseason recap. We had some fumbles, of course. Preseason Mertz shaky start in this NFL debate against the Vikings. Y'all don't like the Vikings, right? So fuck the Vikings, okay?
Exactly.
I'm gonna just say that.
Well
I
done.
don't
He's
care if
already
it's
part of the
I don't
family.
care if it's a preseason game. Fuck the Vikings. So Mertz clipped a rough nightmare start line. He has 3 picks, just 28 yards, 7 of 14 passing. Mertz redeemed himself though, slightly. But that Lions preseason game, he bounced back on that game with 14 of 16, I think 145 yards, and then a touchdown showing promise, but that messy opener still stings against the Vikings. So offensively, offense, the O-line still wobbly, penalties, protection, breakdowns, and poor run blocking plague early preseasons, reminding me this unit is nowhere near elite yet. Bottom line, QB consistency, O-line protection remain big question marks. The headlines may be tempting too, but preseason taught us there's still work to do. So, what went right this preseason? Well, for me, the Texans didn't just warm up this preseason; they made a statement to where, first of all, my coach Ryan. Sorry, guys, I am a little nervous.
All right. You're
So
good.
Ryan's has the squad looking really good, even if it's just second and third stream. He kept it calm. He kept it cool, and the offense, the O lines for me, it's still questionable, even for this first game this Sunday. So that's just how I see how the preseason went for me. So the matchups for this Sunday's game, we're going against the Rams. We're going to their home field. Great, right? So CG Stroud, he is week 1 ready. For me, it's with Damon Pierce. He is active, and Nico Collins, he is active too. Mixon is out until probably week 5, week 4. We'll see. Leading the receiving corps, Stroud will need to read the defense quickly and deliver accurate passes to keep the chains moving. For us Texans, they have to watch the Rams. That Stafford boy, that QB, like he's a veteran. Yeah, he is the centerpiece of Los Angeles offense. Yeah, but I think for us to win it, we just have to watch the connection between I don't know this guy's name, Nakua, or something like that. And yeah,
Puka Nakua.
Nakua. Okay, and then also Williams, I believe, both whom can hurt the Texans in multiple ways. So the trenches of the Texans of O line versus the Rams defense, I just feel like they just got to protect Stroud at all costs. And opening lanes for Pierce will be critical. Defensively, Houston must pressure Stafford. I believe we can. We just have to we just have to limit Williams and I forgot his name. Nukua?
Nakua.
Nakua.
Nakua. Okay. Sounds like a snow cone flavor. So just we got to watch the dual threat opportunities. But it's just hard to say. I don't like the Rams, but the Rams pass rush, the Pierce ability to he can establish the run early, essentially for offensive balance. The Texas defense must just really stay on Stafford, honestly, the whole time. The bottom line for me is with Stroud, Pierce, and Collins all active, Houston has a solid chance to compete, but the battle in the trenches will likely decide the outcome of this QB duel. So, next I have up is where the season is going for me. In my opinion, with a strong foundation aiming to build upon, it all has to do with leadership for me and the coach. Um, I don't really care for the general manager, but like I don't think he's really that much involved. But for me, it's about Ryans and how he's gonna handle like his starters, his second, his third string. Like it's expected to like he's really developed and lead the O line really good. And QB Stroud, he's great. He has a lot of heart and he has a lot of faith. And that's what he's gonna need this whole season. For Collins, he is a reliable receiver, but I feel like he hesitates a little. He anticipates what he's going to do, but he also hesitates when he gets on the field. So for standout person for defense, I feel like Anderson is going to do really good putting the pressure on all of the quarterbacks. The O-line, I don't know. I can't make a comment on that, to be honest. Defense, defense for me, we are packed. We're ready. We're able to handle it. The performance, like it's significant. I was always in love with JJ Watt, but these ain't JJ Watt days anymore. So we have to really just for the defense, just really anticipate and hit hard. Like that's honestly all I can say. Um, Going to the fans' perspectives, there was a lot of talk on TikTok. There was a lot of talk on Reddit this past weekend. I guess going into kind of like developing the strategy accusations. It was just a lot for them to kind of say like, I don't know if the Texans have it this year. We might be a rebuilding team again. But some of the fans are like, yeah, we got this. We're going to go hard. They're not going to know what hit them. We're hotter than Houston asphalt, and Houston is hot. It's hot. I don't know if y'all been to that city, but
Texas
it is hot.
is hot.
Well, Texas is hot, but like Houston is hotter.
We live in hell.
We're gonna be in hell if the Houston don't come through. I'll tell you that much. So for me, game one prediction. The Texans I know are coming for the Rams. Let's just point that out. The wait is over. Football is here. I'm super excited just to be a Houston fan. The Houstons are set to kick off the 2025 seasons, but again, we're in Inglewood, California. And we're Texas boys. What are we doing in Inglewood, California? Well, we're gonna get this win for sure. That's what I'm hoping. I understand that they do got a veteran like Stafford. Stafford's been like the main talk all day today, what I was reading. But the Texans defense, I feel like with rusher Will Anderson and cornerback Derek, like I feel like they're gonna put pressure on Stafford and just get him all the time. So the Rams might have a home field advantage. The Texans are coming in hot though. I'm ready to see the team beat the Rams, but I also am ready for again to be an AFC South champ. My prediction.
Yeah.
My prediction is Texans 28, Rams 17.
Okay. Fellas, you got any questions for her about her Texans real quick?
Yeah, I actually do got a question. So Liz, I hope you don't mind if I call you Liz. So, I just want to know what are some of your expectations from CJ Stroud going into year 3, and not having the best second year, but going into year 3. Like, what are some things you want to see from CJ Stroud?
Well, foremost for me is I want him to stay healthy. I want him to stay active. I want him to ensure that his leadership is 100% to his team, regardless if it's starters, second or third. Like your leadership has to display in the locker room and on the field. And if that communication and that leadership is staying in both areas, then we can win the AFC South.
Yeah, I agree. B, what question do you have?
Really, the offensive line seems to be the problem for you guys. You guys got rid of 2 good offensive linemen in the offseason. I don't know what happened with that. That was just amazed me that they did that. Yeah. I mean, because you got CJ Stroud, and you got to still remember he's a young quarterback. This is his 3rd year. He needs protection, and the running back situation is kind of shady too. We haven't seen Chubbs perform, but I like Dameon Pierce. He's probably going to get a lot of carries, but losing Mixon for 4 weeks is going to be real. It's going
to be hard.
Yeah,
it's going to be really hard. But I feel like with the O-line, like in my heart, I feel like we're going to be okay until Mixon comes back, and then we're just going to take stronger week 5 and going forward. But for the time being, they just need to carry the weight. I mean, they get paid to do this shit. So carry the weight, carry your team, and let's get a win. At the end of the day, like that's what it is.
Liz, tell me how good Derek Stingley can be this year. I know he got that massive contract, and he's now talked about amongst one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL.
I don't know. I honestly don't. Like, I really don't know much about him. I really just hope that he's about being a team player instead of just being the star. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, he has a big contract, but for me, when you
did we lose you again?
Lost it for a bit.
Yeah, I agree, Robbie.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay. Going back to it, when you have a big contract, when you have basically big money coming in, and you're like a newbie, you're coming in cocky. I don't care who you are, male, female. When you start a position, you're coming in cocky because you're the one with the high paying money. And that can lead both ways. It can lead to great leadership and great team player, or it can lead, I'm the star of the show. So I'm hoping he's going to fall back with the leadership and community with the Texans, other team members, but we'll see. That's my opinion on that.
All right. Well, appreciate that. Yeah, we got to wrap it up, Jay. Yeah,
really quick, I just want to say, I want to ask you a question. With the subtraction of Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs, how do you think that'll impact your offense?
It's going to impact a lot, Jay. Mm-hmm. It's going to really impact. Like Tank Dell, he's Tank. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's everything to me. Like I love him. So and I just don't want it to be a rebuilding year because of what's going on. But I do feel like key players can step it up and really bring the win. But it's all about community and communication between the coach and the quarterback and all the players. Like it's gonna take leadership and heart to win it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And not get discouraged.
And Ryan's is a good coach. He's not going to let that. He's like Dan Campbell. He's not going to let that team falter or give up. So we'll see. So the Rams on Sunday. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. You'll be here next Tuesday, giving us your update on what happened with the Rams and your preview for the next game. So
week 2 we'll have Tampa Bay. So
Tampa Bay. Okay, Baker Mayfield. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
We know all about Baker Mayfield.
To start off.
Yeah, tough
all right,
schedule.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So now, guys, we are now transitioning to the Lions. Jay popped in and out. So now we are on to Green Bay. We're talking about the Lions now. So we got a bunch of people here. We even got a brave Packer fan that decided to join us. That's going to take all the heat that's coming at him. So let's bring him on, B.
All right. First, we'll bring on JB. He's the veteran here.
What up,
What's up, JB? What's up?
JB, tell him where you're from, JB.
Well, I am from my channel, which is Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions. I also write about the Lions on the Motor City Tribune, which is owned by the South Florida Tribune. I also am on the Huddle Sports Network, along with that guy that's the Packer fan from Ken and Ken in the Morning.
He's back here laughing. All right. Then we're going to bring
We affectionately call him Kitty Ken.
Oh.
And we're bringing Austin to the stage. Austin, tell him where you're from, brother.
What's going on, guys? So I am I'm a frequent guest on JB's channel. I also have my own channel. It's called Hacked In Fantasy Sports Talk. It's a newer channel, getting it off the ground, just talking about fantasy football, the Lions, and just football in general.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
The next guy is going to be we'll bring in Brandon here. Brandon, my guy.
What up, Doe?
What up, Doe?
Hey.
And Brandon, tell him a little bit about yourself.
So I like to say I'm the one that gave B Striller the itch for getting on these podcasts. We used to have a show back in that radio show. Actually, it was a live radio show called Sports Talk Uncut through the Vent Radio Network out of Detroit. And I got him that itch, and he's been rolling ever since, man.
You're the podfather, huh?
He definitely is. And I still come on every now and then, to share my love of the Lions. And I'm one of those Lions fans that keep it real. So I drink the Kool-Aid. I drink the Kool-Aid, but I take an antacid every now and then afterwards.
Maybe sometimes together, right?
All right. And next we have Uncle Rumble, who used to be a regular on this show, actually.
Rumble,
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
And give him a little play about yourself there, Rumble.
I'm kind of everywhere with these guys, man. I was here for a little bit. I've been on JB. JB kind of got me involved, and then of course I was able to meet BA, and then of course Nate and Jay. But yeah, man, I'm very passionate about the Lions, as we all are. But yeah, man, every year I just try to, rep my team. I was one of those when they were in eternity. I was still out there repping the Honolulu Blues.
Remember those days.
I am, man, I am faithful through and through, man.
Right on.
Welcome. All right. And last but not least, we have Ken, the Packer fan.
What's up, Ken?
I love it. Come on, keep bringing that heat.
Hey, you're a brave soul. I'll give you that, man. You're a brave soul.
What's up, Kitty Ken? How you feeling? Meow.
Oh, not too bad there, Cage Lion.
Here we go. Jesus. All right, before, put your fingers down. Before we do that, welcome, Ken.
What's up there, guys? Always nice to be a part.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man.
Welcome to the den.
And let me before we get a little bit further here, let me get a shout out to Rob, who's watching. Rochelle White, she is a Panther fan. In fact, she does our promos for the other network that we're on.
Shout out.
Thank you, Rochelle.
She's Pink fan Fur. She's awesome. She's awesome. Panthers. And of course, we got Go Pack Go all day. He's always following me around. There you go. And let's see, he's got a lot of questions right here.
He follows all of us
Go
around.
Pack Go. Calm down a little bit, man. We just getting to this stuff.
One at a time. All right.
We are ready for week 1.
Yes, we are.
That's for sure.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and just dive into it, fellas. So let's talk about season predictions.
Yeah, I only got a couple minutes left.
Okay, all right. We'll start with you.
You're good,
Jeremy.
JB.
Give me your season prediction, and give me your who's going to lead the team in touchdowns, receiving yards, running yards, touchdowns, whatever you want to give. All right, let's start with you, JB.
Okay, I think our record is 12-5. I've been saying that ever since I saw the schedule. I still feel that way. There are 5 games on the road. I just think they're going to be our toughest ones to win, and I'll leave it at that. And it could be as early as week 1, because let's face it, the Packers are not an easy out, and they got a little better. But at the same time, they got weaker on the run defense in the middle. I don't care what you say. I saw it. You know, Kenny Clark, when he's on the field, is a top 15 run-stuffing defensive tackle.
You want to tell me?
I think our leader in receiving yards.
Go ahead, JB.
You know what a run stuffer is. Kenny Clark has been there. But anyways,
not for us.
Amon Ra will lead the. He's been a top 15 DT when on the field for you, 100%.
All right.
Yeah, you were 7th in the league last year.
Amon Ra will lead the team.
Okay. What about touchdowns?
Amon Ra will lead in receiving yards. Touchdowns is going to be Gibbs again, because he's going to have receiving and rushing touchdowns. He'll also lead.
Okay.
And he'll also lead in the rushing yards. Our sack leader is one and only Hutchinson.
Yeah, 97. Who's going to be rookie of the year, JB, for the Lions?
Offensively, it'll probably be Tate Ratledge because of how much it means to him to be good on the offensive line. Defensively, it's going to be our first-round pick, Malik Williams, because he has to be there for up to 13 weeks in replacement of Aleem McNeil.
Shit, isn't he our only defensive player they took in the draft?
No. They took a...
No, the other one's out for the season, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And Jackson.
Hassanin.
Yeah. And they took Jackson, too. Yeah.
They're both
JB.
injured.
Well, since you're rolling, JB, let's just go ahead and ask.
I got to hop out.
You got to hop out now? Okay.
All right,
thank you for coming on. We'll have you on again.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, go ahead. Go ahead. I haven't hopped yet. What do you want to ask real quick?
Oh, I was just saying, give me your matchup. Did you take him out?
Yeah.
Oh, give me your matchup.
He's up at the top.
Give me your matchup and game predictions for the game 1, real quick.
I think whoever wins, and I do this every time it's between us because Ken and I have a bet. I think whoever wins, it's 4 points. I just think we're that evenly matched. Both teams are going to be a little weak. I think the scoring is going to be low because the offense always takes longer to gel than the defense does. So I think the scoring's low, and I think it's going to be a 4-point win for whoever wins it. I want it to be our Lions, so I'm going to say 21-17.
I like it. All right. Well, if you have anything else,
have a great day,
JB,
everybody.
you're good to go. Take care.
You too, JB. Thanks for coming on, brother.
All right, we're going to start at the top. Brandon, talk to us. Talk to us about your season predictions and give us your stat leaders.
So season predictions as far as records, I stopped doing that years ago when it comes to the Lions and I'll tell you why. And it's they'll always win the ones they should. Lose the ones they shouldn't, and wins the ones they shouldn't as well. So that's why a lot of people are worried about the gauntlet on the road. But the Lions historically, since they've been, getting better, of course, have taken out teams that people thought we should lose to. So I'm thinking we get our revenge on Baltimore this year. I think we're going to probably go 4-2 in the division. That's as far as I'm going to go as far as the predicting the record, though. I do think we'll be a playoff team. I'm not as headstrong to say we're definitely going to win the division because people forget Minnesota, with all their what they were lacking last year, still won 14 games as well. So I don't put the Packers and the Bears on the Lions and the Vikings level at this point, just because we have to see it. Like, it takes time to gel. Micah Parsons is one player. I can see how he can help their pass defense, but they've gotten worse in the rushing defense. So their teams are going to be able to run it on them unless some young guys took the leap and step up or whatever. So I got to see it before I can, just give it to them on paper. As far as stats are concerned, I think J-Mo leads us in yardage as far as receiving yardage this year.
Wow.
I think he leads in receiving yardage. However, I think Amon-Ra will still have the receptions and the touchdowns, because when we get down in close, he's too shifty to not get open. And, J-Mo's speed is kind of taken away from him when they get inside the 20s. Rushing, of course, is going to be Gibbs as far as yards are concerned. Now, if Montgomery stays healthy, then it's a toss-up for touchdowns, because when we get inside the 5, they typically put Montgomery in there. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if last year Gibbs gained more trust of them to be able to keep him in those power back moments, being that he had to carry the load on his own. So that remains to be seen. I do think he's going to be more active in the passing game than he's ever been. So I think he's going to have like one of those Marshall Faulk type years, similar to what he did last year, with less opportunities, honestly, because we got a lot of weapons everywhere, man. So those are my stash predictions. I think that Hutchinson for sure will lead the team in sacks. It's inevitable. And I think Marcus Davenport plays over 4 games.
Are you maxing him out in 4 games? Or are you saying just for sure over 4?
I'm for sure over 4.
Okay.
I'm not maxing them out. I'm just
Okay.
Bold take.
I like that. All right. Appreciate it, Brandon. We'll go to Austin. Austin, give us your prediction and your stat leaders.
All right. Can I actually? Can you skip me for just a quick second? I gotta go help my wife or something. I'll be right back.
Ken, give us your prediction and stat leaders for your team.
Okay. For receiving, I'm gonna say that this is gonna be the Tucker Kraft coming out party, and he ends up leading the team in receiving yards.
Wow.
Golden, I'm expecting to lead the actual wide receivers in yards and touchdowns, but as a whole unit, I'm going to say that we're going to do the right thing and funnel it through Tucker Kraft, because he's shown the past couple of years this guy creates a spark when he's out on the field. Now let's keep feeding that a little more. Defensive-wise, I think that adding Micah Parsons is obviously going to help in the sacks, but not just from the sacks that he's going to get, the amount of sacks that it's going to get for Rashawn Gary, because Gary will no longer be double and triple teamed. He'll be having a lot more one-on-ones, which Gary generally wins those one-on-ones. And the part of the run defense taking a massive hit, Kenny Clark wasn't known too much as a run defender in Green Bay. He was a great pass rushing defensive tackle for us. And last year, he had a bit of a down year, but that's because we pulled him out of the nose, which I think the nose is the perfect spot for him. He eats double blocks well to where he can maintain for you. He's just not going to be the guy getting the tackle behind the line of scrimmage most of the time in run sets. He's setting it up for other people. And I'm going to hope that Stackhouse can fill that, because he was brought in to replace TJ Slayton, but you got to see how that goes whenever you got a player replacing anybody.
All right. What about your prediction for the season?
Oh, I'm going to say Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit finish above 10. Whoever wins will get the division with 13. And I wouldn't be a Packers fan if I didn't go for my own team. So I'm saying we're winning the division.
All right. Fair. All right. Well, thanks, man. Austin, you ready?
Yes, I am. Sorry about that.
All right. No problem. Give us your season predictions and your stat leaders for the team.
Yeah. So season predictions. I have us going 13-4 with win-loss, and going 4-2 in the division. Okay. I think we're going to split with the Packers and the Vikings, and we'll sweep the Bears. Stat leaders, I've got I can see where J-Mo could lead our team in receiving yards, but I still think that's Amon-Ra's territory. So I think he leads in receptions, touchdowns, and yardage. It'd be very close with J-Mo though. Rushing, obviously, I got Gibbs, and what else is there? I think even
defensive
between Kirby or Brian Branch, they will either split or like tie each other for interceptions, or it might be a slight advantage to Kirby for me.
Okay. All right. Jay, you're on the spot, man. What you got?
So, my win projection for the Lions, I got them going 11-6. I think Vegas is at 10.5 right now for the Lions, and I think it's only 3 teams, which would be Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas City, who are at 11-5, and those are like legit Super Bowl contenders, like established teams with no departures of coaches or any really big players like the Lions had. I do think the Lions still have a top 5 roster, and I think the Lions will be able to win 11 games. That's just right now from when I know. This is, before they make any trades or anything. So I think the Lions could go 11-6, maybe 12-5. I think it's going to be a dogfight in the division. I think a lot of people are underestimating how the Bears may sneak up on people. And Minnesota, I'm not really too worried about Minnesota. It's really Green Bay and Chicago are the 2 teams that I'm looking at that's like, they could probably pose a threat. And so 11-6 for me. I think Gibbs is going to be the leading rusher, leading touchdowns, the whole team out of Sam Laporta, J-Mo. I'm on the route. I think it'll be Gibbs. A lot of people are really thinking it's going to be Montgomery getting a lot of carries. Gibbs is going to get a hell of a lot more carries this year because he was underutilized last season, and they're going to use him to his full potential. And that's what teams need to be worried about, Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm on route. I think he's going to always be that consistent 100-catch guy, maybe 11, 1,200 yards, 6, 7 touchdowns. But I think Gibbs is really going to be the playmaker of this offense. Like, he's going to be that superstar that everybody rants and raves about.
Defense?
Sack leader, obviously Aiden Hutchinson. That's why he's going to get a big contract in the offseason. It's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. But the guy that you need to look out for, Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell is taking over that.
Love it.
I think Jack Campbell, Captain Jack. This is
Captain Jack.
His make or break year. And I've been hearing a lot of people talk about him. I've heard Dan Campbell say some things about him. Kelvin Shepard loves the guy. So Captain Jack, that's going to be the guy you want to look out for.
I wouldn't say make or break year. I would say definitely coming out. Because like last year was his coming out party, and this is, I think, is going to get better.
Really quick, you want to know the reason why I say this is going to be his make or break year? Because this is his 3rd year, right? Now, if he has a good season this season, they're going to be talking about contract extensions and very soon too. And he's going to get thrown in the mix with Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branzo. Who do we pay? So, Captain Jack, if you want that money,
show it.
I think he gonna show it this year.
Good stuff. Rumble, you're on the clock. What you got?
I think my prediction is 12-5. I'm with JB on that, and I'm also with Brandon as far as J-Mo. I feel like it's going to be a J-Mo coming out party. He's gotten stronger. All the coaches have been just raving about his commitment to the team, his maturity. So I believe teams are going to be ready for him. And again, you got the rookie Tesla. So you're going to have to guard these guys. And if you play him man, you're going to get torched. So you cannot – I trust J-Mo with a 50-50 ball over anybody else in the league, man. I don't think there's any cornerback out there 50-50 with his speed. Good luck.
I agree on that.
So I like him, and I kind of favor with everyone else. I think Jahmyr is just a freaking – he's just an incredible back for the league. He's already getting talks with, Saquon Barkley and the top tier guys. So I think he's going to have a great year too. Again, you guys made great points. He was underutilized. And we know this offense is going to want to do everything in their power to make us forget the name Ben Johnson. So I expect him to have a hell of his route tree should be good. I expect him to have a hell of a season. And on defense, I'm going to go with Terrion Arnold. I think that
Let's go.
I think that kid is primed with the addition of obviously DJ Reed. The coaches talked about that too. I think the kid is, most penalized last year, so they say, but also one of the premier guys. Our coaches, I don't want to use the word toss our rookies to the fire, but they give them those A1 reps out the gate. You know, we can remember Brian Branch picking off, Pat Mahomes MVP right out the gate. So I look forward to seeing what TA can do this year. I know there's going to be a lot on his plate, especially with every receiver in the league. You know, everybody's trying to one up the line. So I think TA is going to be that dog this year. Obviously, I love our secondary and our linebackers. I mean, what else? What else can you say? I think the only question I have is the road games that we have. I do think Green Bay, if we can come out first week, set the tone, and let them know that we're still
here. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, we still run the north, and that needs to be on all sides of the ball, offense and defense. You know what I mean? We can't make Jordan Love comfortable, and we can't be too predictable on offense. You know, we can't keep going to Amon Ra 100 times. We can't, man. We got to just keep them on their toes because they have some cornerbacks too that we have to question. Who's gonna guard J-Mo? Who can they say can actually guard J-Mo 1-on-1? Who can guard Tesla 1-on-1? You know what I mean? Those corners, man. I don't know. So that's it.
We'll get into more of that later.
Yeah.
B, appreciate it, Rumble. B, what you got?
So, as far as the Lions are concerned, as far as prediction wise, I see them at the 11-7, 12-6. I cannot count today. 12-5, 11-6. Wow, this is a tough division. Okay, no matter how much pride we have in our teams, this is a tough division. It's a tougher division this year than it was last year. And I just think that I think Chicago will be better, but they'll be on the end of being better in this division. They'll still be at the bottom. They'll do better. They'll be playing us. They'll be playing all the division teams in contested games. So they're going to be at the bottom because they're still figuring out Ben Johnson's offense. It's always when you have a new head coach, things happen like that. So then you got Minnesota and Green Bay and the Lions. Minnesota challenged us for the division title last season. So, you can't forget about KOC. I know they got J.J. McCarthy, but hey, he's the quarterback whisperer. He's done a good job with Sam Darnold. Nobody thought Sam Darnold was going to go in there and play as good as he did until the end of the season, obviously. But he's going to be good. I mean, you never count out the Packers. The Packers will always be there. Packers are probably the most consistent team in the division. And that being said, any of us could be, that number 11-6 and 12-5. The next thing, and I do have some questions. This is a good one that Go brought up. Hopefully this does not happen. I mean, with any starting quarterback,
that's any quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, you get hurt, you're gonna get. But he focuses on the offensive line. The interior offensive line is what I'm looking at this game against the Packers, because I want to see if they can stand up. And the Packers, they got rid of Kenny Clark. He gave us problems. And Ken don't want to say nothing about it, but he gave us problems. Remember last year that we were like third against the rush, second or third against the rush, but the Packers were seventh against the rush. They did a very good job against the rush too. That being said, Kenny Clark being gone might hamper that a little bit because he, like Ken said, he takes on double teams and lets linebackers come in and stop the run. That's still helping your defense out. That's still a big problem. Yeah. So with him not being there, they have rookies. We got one rookie, right, Ken, that's starting on defensive line. So he's got one rookie.
You got Wyatt, right? Devontae Wyatt.
Oh yeah. That's going to be the pass rushing defensive tackle that I'm expecting a big deal.
Yeah. So they got a rookie in that and Wyatt. And so they're going to be in a test of their own too to see if they can get through the Lions, the interior defense. I'm not worried about the tackles. I think Decker can hold his own. I think Penny can hold his own. That's just to be seen. Of course, they got Micah Parsons. That might be a pro because he's one of the best defensive ends in the league. So you got to account for that. I mean,
remember
we got one of the best defensive ends too in the league too, which is Aiden Hutchinson. So it's a trade off between them two in this game.
Exactly.
Coming up. But going back to the Lions in general, that's all I'm looking for. I think our defensive secondary is great. I think we got a deep secondary. I think we have a deep linebacking core. We're okay on the defensive line. I think we probably. I hope that Brad gets us a little bit more help on the end position because we only have 4 or 5 now ends. So that'll be something that we'll have to look at. But other than that, offensively, no problems. Like I said, the interior line, offensive line is the only thing. We still got the same receivers, the same running backs, same quarterback, same tight end. As far as touchdowns who's going to have the most receiving yards, I'm always going with Amon on that one because he's going to be doing the work. He's the grit guy. Most touchdowns, I might give this one to Jameson this year. I think they're going to go a lot to him more in certain circumstances, deep, because he's got the wheels, he's got the speed, he's ended up maturing. So we'll see what happens there. I think Porter might be close to the second guy too. I think they're going to utilize Porter a lot more too. As far as the rushing yards are concerned, I'm giving that to Jameer all day. Rushing touchdowns, I'm still having to go with Jameer. I know, Montgomery is coming back, and he's a guy usually used on goal line stands and hard third downs now. But even saying that, Jameer has got that breakaway speed, so he can get a touchdown real quick. I think that in a division, we should be. I kind of like the way Brandon Austin broke that down. 4-2 in the division sounds about right. I think that we'll lose one game to Green Bay and one to Minnesota. I think that we'll sweep Chicago because it's Ben Johnson. We're gonna have itching our pants for that one. And the on the road schedule is hard too. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I got Baltimore as a loss because until you beat Baltimore in Baltimore, I can't give you that.
They didn't do us any favors on the road, that's for sure. After we went undefeated, that's for damn sure.
Absolutely. I feel more confident of them going into Kansas City than I do them going to Baltimore by a long shot.
I don't understand how the team who didn't win the Super Bowl has the hardest record in the.
That's what I'm saying, man. It makes no fucking sense. Makes no fucking sense, man.
They're helping the road teams sell out their stadiums because we're one of the top traveling teams, man. Yeah. We go to every road game, so they're helping them get their dollars up, man. It's all about revenue, man.
Based off of their record.
But to be fair, Brandon, the Sheagles always get an easy schedule. If you always look at their schedule, they maybe have like a couple of games where it's like competitive.
Again, you got to look at it like this, though, from the Eagles' perspective. Maybe it's easy because they win those games.
Oh, and they play in the sorry-ass division, too.
Well, I mean, regardless, New England won a lot of Super Bowls, and they play in the sorry division, but you got to play outside the division, too.
I agree.
So, I guarantee you, I feel that the loss against Baltimore is more than I can see against Philadelphia or Kansas City. I think we can go into Philadelphia and beat them. More so than I think we can go into Baltimore and beat them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is there something with Baltimore and the Lions? They have never played.
I've never seen
Baltimore's always got us somewhere.
I've never seen
a 66-yard field goal in our house and blowing us out 2 games that I've seen them playing M&T Bank Stadium.
It's because it's Lamar. Lamar is a unicorn. And the Lions.
There's no game planning for him. There's no game planning for that guy.
Exactly, and teams. We struggle against teams where the quarterback run. Like, look at this. Chicago close games. When they had Justin Fields, that's the closest they played us in years because we couldn't stop Fields on the ground. We couldn't stop Fields. Yeah. And they had nothing else but Fields. That was all it was. Shoot, when Seattle beat us, they beat us because Geno was using his legs. When Geno tried to use his arm, we beat them.
And also our cornerbacks were horrible at that time. Yeah. If you remember, who was it? Kendall Vildor, or was it Cam Sutton? Burned by DJ Moore, and he threw that pass.
And really, the only way to
coaching is effervescent too. You talk about the Seattle game. Guess who they didn't have in that Seattle game? Pete Carroll. I knew we were winning that game because Pete Carroll is that coach. And
He is.
it's like John Harbaugh is that coach.
Yeah.
So we're still up in the air about Sirianni because some people here don't like him, some people do. But
hit him in the face.
so it's just
I was about to say
the only thing about Lamar is Lamar beats himself. That's the only way you beat Lamar. He has to beat himself, and that's usually why he doesn't get Super Bowls, because he beats himself in games. So we'll see. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give my predictions, and then we're gonna move on to the next part of the segment. So I got the Lions at 11-7, like B does. I looked at the schedule, and I just think that we're gonna come down a little bit, because the schedule is tougher. The road games are hell. Commanders, the Eagles. You got to go the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears. The Rams. Nobody's talking about the Rams. You got to play the Rams on the road. We got to go all the way across the pond, the coast to go play them. So it's a brutal road schedule. That being said, I was the only one last year that predicted the Lions to sweep the division, and so this year I have them going 5-1. We will lose the game in Chicago to them. We will sweep everybody else. As far as leaders, Amon-Ra St. Brown is steady Eddie. He's going to have over 1,100 yards, probably 100 catches, maybe 10 touchdowns. Jameson Williams very well could be the leading receiver, because you can think about Jameson Williams. He actually, if you look at his yards compared to Amon-Ra's, he had more yards in less catches. Like, I think he had 65 catches, which is insane to think that. 65 catches and you hit over 1,000 yards. That's insane. So that's not you're not wrong with thinking that Williams could be the leader. I still think it's going to be Amon-Ra. J-Mo will have touchdowns, leading touchdowns. Gibbs will be all over the place. Ben Johnson is gone. I don't think Ben Johnson really cared for Gibbs, in my opinion. So I think that now that Ben is gone, it's like, hey, we're free. So Gibby's going to be all over the place. He's going to be a nightmare. Defensively, Aiden's going to be the man. Hopefully he has over 15 sacks. I think he could have at least 15 easily, maybe even 17 or 18. But I think at least have 15. And my leading interception guy is going to be BB. I think BB's going to have a bounce back year. I mean, he kind of was a little tough at times with those personal fouls and all that stuff, and I think he has a bounce back year. I really do. And it's contract time too. He wants to get paid too. So, he's going to, exactly, Rumble. Show me the money. But yeah, that's pretty much.
You ain't talking, John.
Ken, I got a question to ask you. Do you claim him as a Packer fan?
Oh, John Dorn, absolutely. That's my buddy right there.
John
Dorn. You gotta love somebody that antagonizes.
John Dorn.
It makes no sense of what he says.
Logic whatsoever. Like, his mind is like pudding, bruh. Like, it's crazy.
It's like these comments that he puts on there. Same old John, same old Dorn. I'm gonna say.
All right.
Hold on, right. Y'all go skate past his mind is like pudding like that.
Yeah, man, his mind is literally like the
like
Bill
pudding.
Man,
all right.
It's not edible though.
Yeah, y'all making me hungry. Y'all making me hungry talking about pudding. All right, let's stop. I haven't had dinner yet, so let's go. All right. This next segment whatever, John. This next segment we're gonna talk about is who has it better. All right, kind of like from the Michigan, who has it better than we do? Nobody.
Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna take each positions and we're gonna say who has it better. So either the Ken has it or we have it. So I'm gonna start with quarterback. Who has it better?
Right now, I'm gonna say Jared Goff, and I know Packer fans will say, well, Jordan Love did this. But right now, Jared Goff has been established in the most consistent quarterback in the NFC North. I mean, he has had more touchdowns, more yards, higher completion percentages. Yeah, his turnovers can get a little bit iffy, but I mean, Jared Goff can go to any team and start. We are really still figuring out if Jordan Love is going to be that guy or if he's just going to be another quarterback. I mean, because if you look at it, by this time in Aaron Rodgers' career, he was already putting up Hall of Fame numbers. Same with Brett Favre. And, a lot of Packer fans want to compare Jordan Love to those guys, but right now it's Jared Goff. I'm sorry, the Lions got the best quarterback right now.
Yeah, I agree. Goff. Yeah. Ken, what do you say? Yeah,
Jared Goff has put up real nice number for you guys the past couple of years since he's been in Detroit. Jordan Love, granted, has had a couple of up and down seasons with usually starting real slow and getting red hot at the end. This year, oh yeah, Toyotathon Love. Toyotathon Love is just unmatched right now. And the best part about him doing the freaking commercial for him now too. So
crazy,
hopefully this means Toyotathon continues all year. But I'm gonna expect Jordan Love, now that we got him a real receiver in Golden that actually knows how to hang on to the ball, that we're gonna see a major step up from him. And I'm gonna say that he's taken Jared Goff's crown as the best quarterback in the NFC North.
Okay, but right now, who's better? You gotta say it.
We all know.
No, I'm still taking the magic of Jordan Love's arm. He's got a lot between the ears, but it's not like Goff is a physical specimen either.
It doesn't matter. He had 37 touchdowns.
But when it comes to actually playing, you see it's two sides to every coin, right? Like if you give Jared Goff credit, you got to say that Jared Goff is actually good. But a lot of people want to say, well, it's the weapons behind him, right? Like, so you got to pick whichever one it is. Either Jared Goff is really good or his players are really good.
Okay. I watched a lot of tape last year in their games. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I do see Jared Goff finding the guy who's calling audible on the defense. He'll see a sign. He'll see something, and he will absolutely go, oh, okay, they're trying to box us, so we're going to go this way. And this is pre-snap. So he has really shown that he's actually, processing the game. And
he's had that before, Rumble. If you watched him in college, when he went for Cal, he was like that pre-snaps, before the snap. He was very technician type of quarterback.
And the guy stays in the pocket and gets drilled and still throws I don't care how it looks. He still completes the pass, man. So I can't say that about Jordan Love though.
He lets them go, or he throws some picks.
And let's just really talk about I'm just going to put this out here. Jared Goff had a 72.4, essentially a 73% completion rate last season. That's damn good. It was the reason why he finished in the top 5
for a non-mobile quarterback.
For a non-mobile quarterback, so that plays along with being a general at the line of scrimmage, being able to call audible, see certain coverages. The sky's just thrown at you. And Jared Goff, he went even a perfect 18 for 18 against Seattle, if you remember.
Yeah,
went a perfect 18 for 18 against Seattle. That's big time.
On that note, Jay, let me ask Ken this question. Okay, Ken. Who's a better pure thrower, Jordan Love or Jared Goff?
Jordan Love, pure thrower.
All right,
pure thrower.
We're done.
We're not talking between the ears. That's
in the pocket. In the pocket, Jared Goff is a better pure thrower than Jordan Love.
You're trying to tell me he's got better arm talent?
No,
are you trying to?
I think Jordan Love throws a better ball, like it spirals.
Thank you.
But in the pocket, Jared Goff's a better thrower than Jordan Love.
Yeah.
So the question, Jared Goff's more accurate. That's easy. He's much more accurate. He puts the ball in the right spot 9 times out of 10. And if you go by the completion percentage, 7.3 times out of 10, he's putting the ball in the right spot. Jordan Love will overshoot or undershoot his guys more often than Jared Goff will.
He's got more arm talent.
Yeah, and now he has I think Love has the bigger arm for sure. Yeah. But here's the thing also, Goff gets the ball out faster than Love. He holds it more than Goff does. Goff processes plays faster than than Jordan Love does. Now it's hairs, you know what I'm saying, here, pieces of a second faster, but that's all you need in the NFL. A guy needs half a second to be able to get a pick on you. Yep. So I think Jordan Love has a higher ceiling. I don't think he's there yet. That's kind of where I think the conversation
He should take that step forward this year. I do agree with Ken. He should be the quarterback in this division going forward. But let's move on.
I
don't think. Can I respond to this though? I don't think that Jordan Love is more of a scrambler. People like to say that he's not. They just bootleg him a lot. They bootleg him.
He runs when he has to. He runs when he has to.
He's scrambling behind the pocket to throw the ball. He's like a Russell Wilson type of scrambler. He's not running.
Exactly. Right, exactly.
Like Geno Smith, right?
All right.
Like he's not a scrambler. He's more mobile, meaning he can move around. He can move in
his
the pocket.
run is second. It's not first. It's second.
I think that's what Robbie's getting to. He's more mobile.
Yeah.
I don't expect Goff to go out there and say, "Oh, I don't have nobody open. Let me go run." That's not his first instinct. He'll throw the ball away.
Right,
no. Jordan Love will do that different.
That's what we
But be sure, you're more mobile than Jared Goff. Let's be honest.
We all
right now.
All right. I'm gonna wrap.
That's true.
We're gonna wrap this
I don't
up.
know if I'm on
That's my quarterback, man.
Great TO throwback.
We're gonna wrap this up and say Goff is overloved. Moving on. Running backs. Okay, let's see what Ken says about this. Running backs. Who has the better running backs? Ken, we'll go with you first. Let's see what you got.
You're going Gibbs to Jacobs. I'm giving it a push between those two. If you're going the entire room, unfortunately, I have to give it to Detroit.
All right, that's easy. We all agree.
That's
Moving
good.
on.
That's
All right.
That's fair.
By the way, go Pack, go all day. And John, I'll get to your comments as well. I'm just throwing in Matt Yinser's in there because he doesn't have a hat in either one of these rings. So don't think I'm ignoring your comments. We're just getting past certain things.
As long as you ain't trolling, we're not ignoring you. Okay.
Yeah.
Pass catchers. Ken, what do you say? We'll start with you for every time.
You made a good point.
Pass catchers. Well, we've got a major thing going here in Green Bay of guys not holding on to the ball. Jordan Love, why he has such a low completion percentage is he's hitting these guys dead in the hands and literally just dropping them. They dropped 11 touchdowns on him last year alone. That's why we went out and got Matthew Golden in the first round, something we haven't done in about 22, 23 years, something like that, to where I'm expecting Matthew Golden to be real good for us. But again, he is a rookie, and unfortunately, you got to give it to the experience with Amon-Ra there. And Dobbs is good, but he's one of those ones that'll make the spectacular catches, the super hard ones, and then the easy ones he'll just give right up. So I can't give it to Green Bay as much as I would love to.
All right. That was an easy one too. And by the way, did Dorn give us a compliment?
I saw it.
Pull that shit back
up.
up.
What the heck, man?
It looked like it.
Let's frame that.
No,
shit.
John is an antagonist, but he has his points sometimes.
I was going to say, most of the time, John Dorn is saying shit just to screw with you.
Let's put that on the huddle right there. Say John
we need to put that on our wall.
Compliments Lions.
All right, let's move on. O-line. Ken, what you say?
O-line, since you guys have a bunch of new guys in the middle of it.
Well, not really a whole bunch. We just got two new guys. Well, not really. We got one.
I was going to say your other guy is playing out of position. So I'm going to count that. But Green Bay also has a lot of movement on their offensive line too. They're both good lines, but I got to give them an incomplete. Because we don't know what we got out of these lines fully because there's so much change in both lines.
That one's a little push for me.
I agree.
I think they're pretty even.
Can I ask him a question though? Who does he have on our line playing out of position?
Glasgow.
Yep.
He's not playing. He was playing out of position. He was playing out of position the last 2 years. Glasgow was a center in Denver.
Yeah.
I know we had him, and when we had him previously, he played guard for us as well. But however, he's a center at Michigan. He was a center when he went to Denver, to the Denver Broncos. You're not going to start him over Frank Ragnow. He had to play guard.
That's right.
Frank was the reason why he didn't play.
Yeah, in fact, I think they moved Graham Glasgow over to center when they drafted Frank Ragnow. And then that next year, he went to Denver.
Because Frank just dominated. Frank was the shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's Frank. I mean, let's look at him,
Yeah.
That's Hall of Famer right there.
If Frank didn't retire, I would say the Lions have a slight edge over the Packers.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he retired, it's a push to me. Do y'all agree?
I still give us the edge.
First of all, let me ask you something. Everybody's offensive line in this division is different. Everybody's.
Chicago's
ain't the same. Minnesota's definitely ain't the same.
No, you're right.
Detroit's
You're
not
right.
the same, and Green Bay is
The
not
Packers.
the same.
The Packers probably have the most consistent ones out of all
Yeah.
three of ours.
Yeah, pretty much. We pulled our guard and have moved him to center and brought in a high-priced free agent guard.
Oh yeah, from the Niners, right?
Yep.
Banks.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how the hell he's going to do with this line.
Yeah. Yes, Niners just giving away players.
I still see us with the most, even with that being said, man, I see the Lions with the most continuity as far as where the players are comfortable playing. And then you got the ends, the bookends are still what
Our
they are.
tackles are the most continuity right there. I agree.
Exactly. The bookends are what they are. Glasgow's at his more natural position. Tate is playing where he played in college, and Mahogany showed you last year what he was as a guard. So I give us
Big
the edge.
Nasty, the Big Nasty.
Nah, dirtbag. Right?
Oh, I'll call him the Big Nasty. Either way, he's gonna kick ass. That guy's a baller. All right. I say it's more of a push, but okay. All right, let's go to defense. The D line. What you say, Ken?
Well, we'll even give you a push with Micah and Hutch since they're both premier pass rushers, but you guys lack a good secondary option for the pass rush. If Hutch gets locked up, there's nobody else that's you have to game plan for and be afraid of. To where Green Bay, you lock up Parsons, you still got Rashawn Gary, who has one of the highest pressure rates in the NFL. So you got to give the defensive line to Green Bay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
The only thing that I'll caveat it with is how well our second defensive tackle does.
And we don't have Mac either, so yeah, we don't know what Tyleek is. So I agree.
With
Parsons
McNeil being out there, that's a totally different
And then
story.
Hunter being a gamble. So
Yep. And so the question is, are we talking to start the season, or are we talking potential based on who we know is going to be the starters on the D line?
We're just talking right now. Start the season.
Start the season.
Yeah, Max.
Season, I gotta go with Green Bay.
I got to go with Green Bay because of the ends. But DJ Reader in the middle of ours is a run gobbler. So I give us the interior of our D line is better than the interior of their D line, even with the rookie starting.
They got the better ends. I agree. It's probably.
I got to say this though. If you're talking about the whole division, though, okay, you don't know what Minnesota's got. Minnesota's got some beast on their line right now.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Their secondary ain't worth shit, but their front seven is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't. We got to see.
We're just talking about the Packers.
The first week's going to show a lot of every team because all the division foes are playing each other.
Right.
So that's going to be fun in itself, just to see how these guys, Minnesota and Chicago, who we know would probably be the bottom ones, and then Green Bay and Detroit are going to be the top ones. So
yeah, for the sake of this debate, we're just talking about Ken's Packers teams because we're playing them. That's what we're doing. We're not doing the whole.
I thought you started off saying who in the division is the better, but
you went Packers Lions.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. All right, let's move on.
He said Packers is not even close. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Packers defensive line not even close.
It's closer than you think. It's not by that far.
I think because people like to write off D tackle play, and people don't understand defensive tackle play. If Tyleek Williams can get any of the pressure they're talking about he's getting in training camp, it's going to change a lot of people's mind as it pertains to how dangerous our D line is because it makes your edges more effective. But we'll see.
And I know this is going to make people cringe, especially Lions fans. But man, don't sleep on Davenport. He's had a great offseason. Dan's been highly talked about him. The guy is a physical specimen. Is the only thing's hindering him is health.
I agree.
The talent is all there.
I think it takes pressure, especially if Williams gets that double team up the gut. I think that's going to help everybody on that line.
Yeah. Win those 1-on-1s. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So don't sleep on Davenport. All right, linebackers. What you say,
Not
Ken?
this weekend. Not this week, Rob. This is just Packers and Lions. This is how we're going to do our shows, foes and stuff.
Exactly.
Linebackers.
Yeah, that's what we call them too, John.
Man, it's hard. It's hard going against the tandem of Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper together. When they are on the field together, they play outstanding. The problem is just hopefully we can actually get them on the field for the whole season together.
Quay keep his head straight.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's not an issue anymore. Granted, his first couple of years in the league, I'll give it to you. He was a hot head and flew off the handle, which I actually didn't mind because we used to have a very soft defense, and having somebody out there that was, for lack of a better word, unstable like Quay, I think bring an edge to this defensive room.
Well, there's a difference between having grit on your defense and being absolutely stupid. And that's what Quay fits in.
Oh, it's not absolutely.
I know it's Green Bay, and you want to pedal for it. But if that guy was on our team, guarantee he wouldn't be on the field very long. Dan Campbell would have his ass off.
Exactly.
See,
there's a difference between wit and stupidity. Okay. Pushing on a trainer when they're coming out to look at a player. That's some dumb shit. And then doing dumb stuff in the middle of the game to cost you games. That's dumb stuff. That should not be allowed.
There's a reason why Matt LaFleur pulled him off the field and made him stand next to him on the sideline. That was one of those, okay, it's time to wake up. And that seemed to have snapped Quay back into the right mentality.
Okay. So whose room's better?
I don't know your guys' linebacking unit well enough to sit there and state it, because anything I say on your linebacker unit, because I don't know too much of them, is just going to be either me going homer or me trying to play nice because we're on the show together.
I mean, I think if there's one position that the Lions are pretty critical with is the linebackers, but I know one thing, we're probably the deepest unit in the NFL. Like, we got 5 legit linebackers that could start a game and add Rodrigo later when he comes back. Brad Holmes did a hell of a job reinforcing that unit, because we know when we had last year, we had Turner and we had Quan Alexander. We had some scrubs in those games.
And that's exactly what I say. I don't know your guys' linebacking unit well because you've had so many people in and out of there. It's hard to keep track of them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you guys got your initial starters are probably way better than ours.
Yeah.
But your overall unit, I think, would probably be a tie with our unit if you put them all together, because you do them 2 linebackers that you said are them boys can play. In fact, Rashid Gary gets his stuff together, man. You might have a pretty good ass defensive line.
Absolutely. That's a dark horse for me, Rashawn Gary, because when he's on his game,
Davenport is a dark horse for us.
Yeah, Rashawn Gary's problem is he's a half a step late most of the time, and hopefully with that addition with Micah Parsons makes up for that half a step.
Well, he better eat, because Micah Parsons is going to require a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, so what do we say about the linebacking room? Do we say push? Do we say edge to the Packers, edge to the Lions? I go Lions.
If we're going just by starters, I'll give it to the Packers just because their 2 starting guys are more athletic than all our starting linebackers combined. But if you go full room backups, we're deeper at linebacker than they are.
Crybaby Quay.
That's a push.
Yeah, I got Packers for that simple reason of
Crybaby Quay.
That tandem they have. That tandem they have attacks, and I think this year with Shepard, we'll see our linebackers attack more.
Yeah.
Versus last year, how they were just kind of reacting. But those two guys for the Packers, they attack, and they're fun to watch. I can't hate.
I think also too with Cooper, like, he had a great rookie year, and I'm an Aggie fan, so I watched Cooper in college. Like, he's a very athletic linebacker. He's your prototypical size and speed type of guy. What's he going to do in year 2 now that there's tape on him, and see how he's going to react? And I guarantee you, JMO 2.0 is going to attack Cooper, probably with Gibbs. So get ready, or Laporta. So we'll see. All right, moving on to the secondary. What you say, Ken? This should be an easy one. You cannot.
Well,
you cannot.
Corners,
you cannot.
Corners, I will give you a slight edge. The only thing knocking them is how much your guys like to hold. Yeah, because of how much your guys like to hold. I was going to say it factors in. Safety
cleaned that up at the end, and that was only Arnold.
safeties, I'm going to give this one a push because you guys have safeties just as good as ours.
A push?
Evan Williams is floating there in the top 5 too.
Is he better than Brian Branch though?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
hell no.
No, but I take
Better than-
McKinney. Yeah, I take McKinney over Kirby.
Oh, well, of course you would.
Of course you would.
That's
I was just saying,
okay,
McKinney
time out.
took the #1 ratings a lot of the times over Kirby.
Time
No.
out,
Except
time out real quick.
interceptions.
Time out real quick. I want to talk about
That's
this because
deflation.
this has been a big debate with Kirby and Xavier McKinney. Now I'm not McKinney's a hell of a safety. I'm not saying that. The Giants are dumbasses for letting him go.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love that they did.
But Kirby is so disrespected, and it's sad. The guy has had the most picks since Ed Reed, since he's been in the career. He has one of the highest PFF gradings in coverage. He tackles. He's a willing tackler. What the hell do you want the guy to do?
I think
got more pass deflections, got more turnovers. It's like, what else do he need to do?
And a pick six against Jordan Love.
I think the knock against him is how people outside of Detroit view him as a dirty player, since he was involved in so
But
many.
that's an opinionated view. That has nothing to do with his stats and what he actually does on the field.
Right.
It still plays a part in how people view him.
Well,
It plays
Detroit
a part
has
in the
always
media.
had a stigma of being dirty.
Stats are something that media has no control over.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got a pick six
His
against Jordan
PFF
Love.
is something that nobody has control over. Those are numbers. Those aren't people saying, "Oh, well, he likes to go at people's knees and calling them dirty and stuff like that."
Yeah.
No, he is a proven safety.
Sure
He doesn't get the rep outside of Detroit. You're right, because of the media being
Sure
a bunch
is.
of dumbasses.
Think about
other
this.
than that,
And think about
you know.
this really
Go ahead,
quick.
Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Think about this really quick, Ken. If people calling him a dirty player because he's going at his knees, how else do you expect a man that may be 210 pounds, 6'1", to tackle a guy that may be 6'5" and 250 pounds? You know, how you can't just hit him up.
a friend, Ken.
I was gonna say, if I phone any of my friends, this show is gonna go off the rails real quick.
Oh, man.
So let me just one thing about the whole dirty player thing. If he tackles too high, he's getting called for a 15-yard penalty for going at a head and neck area.
Like Brian
If he
Branch,
goes
right?
exactly, if he goes too low, you're calling him dirty. I don't know the guy. He's tackling within the confines of the rules, and he's getting the guy on the ground.
It's not like he's sitting here, twisting people's ankle or stomping on people like some players did.
Kicking people in the groins.
It's just,
I was gonna say it doesn't help that he comes from that lineage in Detroit. That
But
super
Kirby
out.
deserves that disrespect.
And he's just Kirby Joseph is just a violent player, and we are lacking that in the NFL to this day. A lot of violent players. Kirby Joseph can hit and he can cover.
And he's finesse. He's finesse too. He picked Jordan Love off pick six. I mean, the guy ran one back.
I was going to say Jordan Love might as well have gift wrapped that one to him.
No, also
basically
he
did.
will start. He will start on the right side of the
didn't
field
roll out of the pocket
and
like a
bait
little
your
dog.
quarterback. Kirby Joseph
He
will
was
start on
scared,
the right
man.
side of the field and bait your quarterback to throw it.
He's
to
one of the
guy
best
on the
free-range
opposite side of
safeties
the
out
field,
there.
and he
Find
will
me a
go
better
hawk
free-range
it down.
safety. Yeah, exactly. He's
Now,
a
Ken,
bomb.
that was the best example right there. of
Rumble,
your
you got it
interior
exactly right, bro.
line, defensive line getting after your offense because that was the one who produced that interception.
Yeah.
Kirby just happened chanced in there. Renee blitzed all through that middle, right at Jordan Love. That's the reason why he's quick.
That's also when you had a hobbled Jordan Love.
Oh,
that should not have been out there for the game. That
lost half our defense.
Movement.
Flu game, Jordan.
Last half our
He had the
defense,
flu
and we
too.
got our ass kicked in the
Hey,
playoffs.
you didn't
because of
see.
it.
Hey,
So
listen,
that's
you didn't
life.
home. You didn't say Hutch.
Let me circle this. Let me circle this back around, fellas. So one thing I know about Kirby, and I've seen Xavier McKinney play, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, Ken, but we all know Kirby is not afraid to mix it up in the run game. He will put your ass on the ground, and he'll get in the box. But then he can also go out and play the free range safety. I don't see Xavier McKinney playing the box a lot. I see him playing more of the free range.
Yeah, he does play in the box when he needs to, and he's a damn good box defender, especially when he was with the Giants. The problem was with him this last year in Green Bay is that he had Javon Bullard lined up next to him for the start of the season, and that guy is only a box safety. Once we tried him at free, he is not as a free safety. As a box safety, he wasn't bad, but that kind of forced McKinney to play that center field.
And that's also the effect that having BB too for us, because if Kirby plays
Swiss
the
Army
box,
knife.
BB can go in the.
That's why I love us having Williams there now, paired with McKinney. Now that they're interchangeable between box and free.
Definitely can't say that it's a push with safeties. We have literally.
I think we got the better duo.
Tandem in the league.
We got the better duo.
Defensive backs in the room. Who's got it better?
They do. Yes, statistically,
defensive backs. We do.
Defensive backs as a whole, Lions.
Absolutely. Defensive backs. Absolutely.
Ken, are you gonna say Packers?
Of course he is.
It's got two questionable corners.
If you're taking it as a whole, since you have a slight edge in corner, I'll give it to them.
If slight edge in corner, you got a wide receiver trying to play corner. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we also do have one in Sam Field, who's one of the best
You're
corners.
about as bad shape right now as Minnesota is at cornerback.
Yeah.
Chicago has a better cornerbacks than you do.
They do.
I was going to say, you should see what carry
Your
on.
safeties are great, but your corners suck.
You got to see what Carry On Valentine's coverage grades are, because they're real damn good.
Are they better than DJ Reed's though? I mean, think about it. Over there in New York, DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner on Clint.
Yeah, but
I will take
he has that problem too if he holds a lot.
I would take DJ Reed, Arnold, and Amik. Nobody talks about.
I think there's a difference between holding and being physical, Ken.
Maddox.
Well, if you're getting called for the holds, that's not being physical.
Well, that's Terry and Arnold. Meek doesn't get called for holds.
And he was a rookie.
Neither does Reed.
Right. That was the first half of the season. The second half of the season, he was one of the least called. Yeah.
Yes.
Now our boys are
11 in the
physical.
first
Our boys are
games,
physical
I
at the
think.
line. There's no doubt about that. They will.
Oh yeah, and I have absolutely nothing against that, because one of my favorite corners was Al Harris, who his bread and butter was the bump and run.
Yep. Yeah, he's very physical.
With that, it's just downfield. When we've changed the pass rules so much, you can't mug the guy no more.
Yeah.
Believe me, I wish we could. I'd love to send Green Bay's corners out there to just beat the shit out of guys down the field.
Who is your best quarterback?
If you ask me, it's Carry On Valentine. For some reason, they absolutely love Nate Hobbs, because I got a feeling we're going to be playing quite a bit of cover 3, and he is outstanding in cover 3. And for the times that we go into nickel, that we're going to be kicking him inside of that third corner spot, and that's when we'll have Carry On the outside. And Nixon, he's gotten better each year at corner, but Nixon is very boomer bust with corner. He's either going to make a real nice play or get absolutely torched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying B. Stiller made a good point that I don't think everybody latched on to, the fact that Amik Robertson, how important his play is to our defense as a whole. Even with all those injuries, I really feel like him getting hurt in the first quarter of the Washington game changed the whole landscape of that
100%.
game. With him in that game, I think we win that game.
Absolutely. And also, like you said, you brought up Amik, former Raider, DJ Reed too. These are veterans. These are guys who you expect them to be cornerback ones, but they're so versatile. They're so dynamic that if they do make a play, it's a tip ball. They don't care about they can tip the ball and somebody else get the glory and the shine. Mm-hmm. But they care about the game, man, and they're so freaking good for these young cornerbacks. And Terry and Arnold, it's going to be fun.
And Rakestraw, yep.
Go ahead, Jay.
It's going to be
Go
fun,
ahead,
man.
I was just going to say, and the Lions have depth, lots of depth.
Yeah, Maddox and Watkinson, exactly.
The defense, the defensive backs. Because if you want to, Avonte Maddox, he can play safety in a nickel. Meek Robertson, I really think a lot of people underestimate him and how important he is to the defense. You cannot overstate that enough, because if you remember, Meek Robertson put Justin Jefferson on clamps. You know what I mean? And everybody knew where the ball was going. And let's be honest, when the ball goes to Justin Jefferson, nobody can stop it. Meek Robertson did. Now, granted,
he's a dog, man. He plays bigger than his size.
Granted, he did have a quarterback that couldn't hit the right side of a barn, but still, Jefferson the ball. He has a niche for getting the ball. Meek Robertson didn't let that happen. So
I will say this about our cornerbacks. I love the physicalness. I love the grit and the toughness they play with. The problem with that is some of them are kind of small. Meek Robinson's a small guy. DJ Reed's a small guy. Terry, and I think it's legit 6 foot. So if you play with bigger receivers, that could be a problem. And right now you don't have Watkins on y'all's team. I think Golden's like 5'11", and Reed's like 5'11". So I think we're okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say for right now until Watson is back in.
Oh, Watson, yeah.
You got Dobbs and Dontavian Wicks, which Dontavian Wicks is one outstanding route runner. We're talking like Devontae Adams type of level of route runner. The problem is
his hands.
The guy's always open, but he's got hands of stone.
There's a reason why you're open.
If he could ever catch the ball, he'd be the best receiver for us.
Can't eat a Whopper.
Little giants, hot hands.
So who? Let me ask you a question, Ken. If you guys got rid of Dobbs, would you be unhappy about that?
Yes and no. I do like Dobbs and all, but him giving up some of these easy catches really rubs you the wrong way. But then he'll make the spectacular one of, oh yeah, that's why we got him on the team. He does just enough for you to want him to hang around. I mean, he is leading touchdown receiver out of any receiver that was drafted in his draft class. So the guy's not terrible. It's just I worry about his concussions on top of it. The up and down play, I could kind of take, even though, the easy ones rub you the wrong way. But that concussion is what I'm worried about. He got drove into the field with his helmet in that Eagles game, and that was after already having a concussion. I'm kind of worried that this is going to end up like a Sam Shields thing, where this is something he's going to battle his whole career.
Yeah, that's why he wears that big-ass helmet, that warped helmet.
I hear Amon Ra's got a workout tape, the Jugs Machine. It's 1999, and I think he could really benefit from that.
Yeah. Subscribe to Amara's workout tape. There you go. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching the I know it's only preseason and there's vanilla everything going on, but in saying that, when I saw Green Bay play in their preseason game, and it had Jordan Love out there and a smattering of starting receivers, Dobbs, man, I wanted to go out there and punch him in the face because there's like 2 or 3 times he had the ball right in his hand, he dropped it. I'm like, dude, this is the reason why Green Bay didn't do as well as they did last year, because you keep dropping passes.
Thank you, Beach Thriller. That is my whole freaking argument with the Jordan Love type of shit. If somebody would hold on to that ball for him, he's a damn good quarterback. The problem is holding on to the ball. And I'll even give a slight caveat of Jordan Love does have a tendency to rocket that ball in sometimes when it should be a pass. That's why I'm hoping that that's something that gets ironed out as he continues to mature in the league.
I think after he throws it, he's like, catch the ball. You know what I mean? When he throws it that hard, he's like,
I mean, those are discrepancies in Jordan where he overthrows the ball. I mean, those things are correctable. But the fact that when you throw it and it gets in the receiver's hands and they drop it, that's just ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Ken,
if I was Jordan Love, I'd be putting some foot in the asses. That's what I'd be doing.
And Ken, I'll give you.
I hope it keeps happening.
Yeah, and Ken, I'll give you some hope. J-Mo had a lot of drops early on in his career, and now the guy has really good hands.
Oh, I was going to say, I already have hope. We had Devontae Adams. For the first 3 years of his career, he was known as Drop Devontae because of how much he dropped that ball. You seen how quickly he turned that around once that magic thing just clicked in his head. Oh, holy shit, I can put my hands together. That he started to catch the ball.
Devontae was that guy in college, though, man. He just had to catch up to the game speed, man. He was always that guy.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this segment up, and then we're gonna move on to talk about predictions and matchups. Last is special teams. Ken, what you say?
Granted,
I like your responses when you think of that.
I like my special teams a lot more because of my kicker, but our punting coverage unit is fucking terrible.
So the Lions.
Yeah, I'll give that one to you. I'm not a big fan of our coverage unit.
All right. So overall, if we do the math, Lions win this matchup. So good job. Thank you, Ken, for your honest takes. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
All right, moving on. We're gonna talk about predictions and let's talk about matchups. What are y'all looking forward to seeing in the game? We'll start with you, B. We'll just go down the line.
What am I looking for in the game? I told you what I was looking for in the game already for the Lions.
Tell us again.
It's the interior offensive line. I'm watching that. I don't really have a problem with anything else they're doing. I don't. It's just that interior offensive line because that's the meat and potatoes of that offense. If you think about it, if they get pressure in Goff's face, I mean, you get pressure in anybody's face up the middle, any quarterback's going to falter. So that's a big concern for me. I want to see how that offensive line does. Other than that, I think the corners will be fine. I think the rest of the team will be fine as long as Goff is back there and he doesn't have Lambeau Field stains on his ass. He'll be fine.
He doesn't play Goffle. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't play golf.
You guys are silly.
I will say this. I do think they're going to line Parsons up in the middle. Just you watch. They're going to test that interior real early.
You like it, Robbie. You know you
be
like
surprised if it's Van Ness or if it's Rashawn Gary. They kick into the middle. They've been trying Van Ness at defensive tackle here during training camp.
Yeah, I don't fear Van Ness, man. That guy's a bust. I don't know what's up with
I was going to say that's a real early still to call after 2 years of bust. Granted, I'm not sitting here singing this guy's praises like he's a world beater. I still want him to take a massive step up.
Yeah.
What gets me the most about him is in college, you saw he was a damn good hand fighter. For some reason, he has not brought that to the NFL. He's only bull rushing them. I wonder how much of it was switching the schemes. You come into the league, your first year as a rookie, learn one, and now all of a sudden you got to switch to a different scheme. He looked a lot better last year as the year went on, and he's damn good against the run. Now I want to see him turn this into actual pass rush besides just the bull rush.
Okay.
Yeah,
what do you think about
like that too?
What do you think? What are you expecting to see from Love in the offense?
Oh, I'm expecting to see Love go completely ham out here. Now, granted, again, you guys do have a good secondary in that. So if we're getting 250 yards passing, I'm happy with that as long as we're running the ball effectively. And you assume with Josh Jacobs you're going to. And I'm going to continue my thing of saying Tucker Kraft's going to be leading in yards by saying he's going to be leading in yards for this game, and he'll cap it with 2 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, Jay, what do you say about the matchups and what's going to happen?
So matchups.
Not predictions, y'all, just matchups right now.
I'm going to give you the matchups that I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to give you 2 right now. One, I want to see Aiden Hutchinson versus whoever is on that offensive line.
Zach Tom.
Yeah, like everybody has that vision of Aiden Hutchinson just not being the same because of the leg injury. Truth is, I work in medicine. I know a lot about bones and orthopedics, right? So that bone, once that bone breaks and there's no cartilage, I'm not a doctor, by the way, so I'm not saying this, but once that bone, if it breaks, no cartilage or ligament damage and that bone heals, it's going to come back stronger than it was before. And Aiden Hutchinson was already a machine that was getting in the backfield every time. And, I mean, the guy was just ferocious. So I want Aiden Hutchinson to go out there and prove why the Lions needed him last year. And if he was out on that field, they'd have probably made it to the Super Bowl. So that's one matchup. Also, I want to see Jameer. I want to see.
After you guys are done, I got one question to ask you guys in that, but after you guys are done.
Yeah, and I want to see Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Like I said, Jahmyr Gibbs, man, he's going to have to be that guy on our offense, and I want to see him slice and dice, gash that defense so much, and Micah Parsons out there. I want to see Micah Parsons trailing behind him, you know, while Jahmyr Gibbs is leaving him in the dust, and he's looking back at him like, nah, you can't catch me.
Yeah, I like that, Jay. Put Parsons in coverage.
See.
I like that.
That's the matchups, and I want them to run literally right away from him. You know, do a little through the A gap, B gap, whatever you want to do. I want to see them just run that ball. And my prediction for the game,
not predictions yet. Not predictions yet.
Oh, okay, I got you.
We'll circle back around. Sorry. All right, Ken, ask your question.
Okay. Since you guys seem to at least relatively expect Hutch back to the exact same Hutch that he was, since this is the last year of his deal, what do you think is going to be the deal that he's going to be go for? You think he's going to be beating Micah Parsons' number?
No.
Yep.
$40 million.
Absolutely. And you want to know something?
I think he's getting 50.
I think he gets less, and it's for the team.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I think
you
he's
cannot
going to
have
go.
ends making as much as quarterbacks. You can't have.
I think he's going to get less, and it's
Yeah,
just going to be a team-friendly deal, but not like he's still going to get his money, but it's not going to be past Parsons.
Y'all forgetting the salary cap's going up again. He's getting 50.
Absolutely.
That's the number I'm thinking personally is 50. But again, I'm an outsider to the Detroit stuff, so I don't know how your organization handles the contract.
I can't swallow $50 million.
Then what do you pay Gibbs?
I'm going to tell you this right now with Aiden Hutchinson. The reason why they haven't paid this guy yet is because they want to see what he's going to do during the season.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. I guarantee you by our bye week, if he's ramped up as he was when he played last year, and he's got at least like 7, 8, 9, 10 sacks by that time, they're giving him a blank check. You can forget it.
Contract.
They're going to write your amount down.
He's a franchise player.
Because let's just be honest. Brad Holmes, I know B and Nate listen to Brad Holmes talk all the time. He's very transparent. When they talk about going out getting another edge rusher, as much as we want that, he wants to pay Hutchinson. So he always brings Hutchinson's name up. Always talk about we have that elite guy at defensive end, and why is everybody upset that they don't go and get another one? He's telling you exactly what it is. As soon as Hutchinson comes back into full force and we see exactly what he's doing, we're going to pay that man. And he was going to get paid, whether it was really quick, Nate, whether it was $45 to $50 million, he was going to get paid. As long as he stayed healthy and he stayed productive, he was going to get paid.
Yeah, but I mean, just because a team pays $47 million doesn't mean the other team has to reciprocate and pay more. Doesn't always mean that. The Packers overpaid for Micah Parsons because they really needed him.
And they're trying to get Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, they're trying to go all in right now.
Look, you want to know something? The reason why I got to disagree with you on that one, Nate, is because who's the biggest star in Detroit right now? B, I know you know who it is. Who's the biggest star of any sports team here in Detroit?
Shit, I would say Goff, man, because everybody chants his name at the games.
Well, he's the quarterback, so people are loving him in general. And it's the
quarterback usually is a star.
Thing. We ain't got to revisit that, but B, it's Aiden Hutchinson. You know that. Aiden Hutchinson is the biggest star here in Michigan right now. And
we also have a lot of stars that we want to keep on the team too.
You're going to break the team up paying one guy $50 million when he has yet
but
to.
But $50 million's not going. But that's not going to break the team. But that's what I'm telling you guys, man.
He has yet to lead the sacks.
Yes, but you want to know why?
He has yet to lead the NFL in sacks. He has yet to play like last year. They would have paid him in the offseason had he performed all last year. Yeah, he would have been.
They don't pay
he would have got paid.
What you've done, they pay you based off of your potential.
And what's to say Aiden couldn't like have a team friendly deal? Like he knows that this team will go somewhere
because he knows his worth.
We'll see.
I don't see him as that player though. He don't care about being the top paid guy. That's not his. Yeah. He don't care about getting
Rumble said this is the new NFL. Okay, you get paid for your potential, not for what you've done.
Yes,
right. Which is it's sad. It's
so
sad.
Why did Parsons
wait till now to get
$47 million though?
Yeah.
But okay, so here's the
potential, or what? Based off what he's done.
But here's the thing:
already a perennial. It's a mixture of both.
Go ahead, Brandon, and we got to wrap this.
I know we got to move on, make it quick. But here's the thing about it: what you guys got to remember, they're in a union, and when the next guy is up, the union is putting pressure on you to get a certain amount of deals because of the other guys coming behind you. That's the thing. It's political. He's going to get 50.
That's what market
We will
value
see.
is about.
We will
This
see.
year
We will-
saying, hey, take less than Micah Parsons. He just got 47. No,
We
look
will
at
see,
Miles.
Brad.
When Max Crosby got paid, Miles Garrett got more. When Miles Garrett got more, TJ Watt got more. And literally, it just goes.
And you just named two guys who led the league in sacks.
Yeah,
Micah Parsons
Absolutely,
he's been the top guy, and then Miles Garrett has been the top guy.
The one
Aiden has not been that top guy.
Listen, but then
again, you guys are.
Micah Parsons getting paid.
But
you
the
say
one
it's
thing, the one
because
thing,
the Packers are. My bad, Nate. Go ahead. I know I'm over.
no, I'm just saying. The one thing you guys have to also understand too is Brad does not overpay players.
He doesn't.
If anything, he underpays players, or he pays them for the value that they are at the time.
Well,
So
unfortunately, Brad's going to be overpaying this time because he didn't do what he did with Goff. He didn't do what he did with Amon, and he didn't do what he did with Sewell.
We'll see.
And those are stops of the offense. Those are stops of the offense. He's going to play defensive stops. He already played Kirby. He's getting ready to pay Hutchinson. So I'm telling you, man, there's one player in every level of your team that you have to pay the most out of. Everybody else can be replacements. That's why when people talk about Branch, unfortunately, as good as he is, he might not get paid because they're paying Kirby that much money already. Branch is a liability.
You got to pay Gibbs and J-Mo that are possible.
As dreamy as it may sound, you can't keep everybody. Aiden Hutchinson is going to get paid. Why? He's not going to take a team-friendly deal. I will be shocked if he did that.
Now, when I say team-friendly deal, you guys are like 30 million or something. No, he's still going to get 50. He's still going to get like 44 million.
Okay, y'all.
Think about this. You can't bring
really quick.
I got you. You can't bring a loaf of bread to a guy like Aiden Hutchinson. You got to bring ready-made sandwiches. That's your guy. So,
well, they're not going to do that.
That's my piece.
Come on, it's Aiden Hutchinson. But
that's
anyways,
my piece.
that's for another day. Let's see what he does game one before we even talk anything about the contract. All right, Austin, go ahead and give me your matchups and give me your predictions. We're just gonna roll it up and down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So, so the matchups that I'm going to be looking for this week or week one with the Packers is one, can Jordan Love stay upright against our kind of like rejuvenated defensive line with Aiden Hutchinson back and stuff like that? Can our interior O-line withstand like any pressures and open lanes from the Packers? I know like our interior O-line is a question mark with McNeil out, but we do have Reader right there, so that's a good thing. The Micah Parsons is always going to be that X factor in a game like this. Yes, he's got to learn a new offensive line back up. He has to learn a new playbook in short notice, but he's still gonna play a factor. It's Micah Parsons. And the last thing that I'm going to be looking at in this game is, we talked about how weak that we believe that the Packers secondary is. Well, I want to see if our offense can exploit that with movement on the line, play action passes, stuff like that, which when Ben Johnson was our OC, we saw a lot of play action pass. We saw a lot of line movement, like pre-snap movement on the line. So I expect to see the same with Morton as our OC. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for, the matchups I'm looking at. And predictions, I think this is going to be a close game. Okay. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think whoever does win this game is going to be about a 10-point differential. So I'll give the edge to the Lions and give them a 21-11, or not 11, 21-17 victory.
So, all right, awesome. Same as JB. Rumble, what you got?
Yeah, I'm kind of with us on this one. I want to see the secondaries for both sides. I want to see how the Packers react to our wide receivers. Again, we do have weapons. Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Tesla, more than likely starting. You know what I mean? This rookie's going to come in, and I think they're overlooking this rookie with this wide receiver room that we've already had established in J-Mo and Amon-Ra. I think this kid's ready. I think he's going to go out there, and we've had one every year. We've had a rookie have a game, very first game where they've come out and shocked us. Brian Branch being one a few years ago. And then obviously Green Bay secondary. We don't. I couldn't tell you the guys' names that are starting. We don't know yet. Those are asterisks by their names. So how are they gonna look versus our guys, and then how are their wide receivers gonna look against our guys and that revamped secondary? I think that's where the line's drawn. Jordan Love's going to be throwing that ball. Everybody keeps saying they're going to run the rock, but we know Jordan Love's going to throw it 30 plus times. And what's going to happen? Are we going to intercept him? Are some of our corners going to get some interceptions? Are some of our linebackers? What that remains to be seen right there, because again, with all the drops that they've been experiencing, I think we have some game ready cornerbacks in TA, and of course in DJ Reed, and I think that's going to set the tone right there. They're going to want Jordan Love to beat them, so I'm going to go secondaries on both sides. I'm looking forward to it.
What's your prediction?
I got the Lions winning big in Lambeau. We've owned Lambeau. I got them winning big, man. I see it 35. I see it 35-18. I think we pick off Jordan Love.
I love it.
I think we pick
man.
Jordan Love off. It's going to be
Prime TV kicking their ass again. I love it.
It's going to be a prime time. We play best under the lights, just how we did Patrick Mahomes that year after they won the Super Bowl. Man, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
We might even have a couple fumbles, man. Might
Let's
have
go.
some sack fumbles from Hutch. You know what I mean?
Brandon, what you got? Tell us.
All right, I want to see our pass rush against their tackles. I want to see if Green Bay gets away with murder on the holds like they always get away with when we play them at Lambeau. They hold the crap out of us.
They do, yeah.
So I do want to see that. And you don't roll your eyes. You know it's true.
How many times
You want to talk about penalties after that last Packers and Lions game where you guys got gifted like 4 of them?
And then I also want to see our running game. I want to see how our O-line opens holes in the run game. I want to see if we can still road grade like we were doing last year, because Gibbs and Montgomery, we was in there. They were running through holes that, journeyman running backs could average 3 yards a carry. It was down the field 3 yards before they got touched. So if we can still do, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see if we can still do those things. And the biggest one, the third one I want to see is our linebackers versus their intermediate passing game. That's where we always struggle defensively. And no matter who our defensive coordinator has been, we've struggled there since DeAndre Levy left. So that's what I want to see.
It's been a minute. All right, B, give me your prediction.
So this could be an either way game. Let me tell you something. What happens in the beginning of the season? What side of the ball doesn't play well in the beginning of the season?
Offense.
There you go. So if you're leaving it up to the two defenses, and I really want to see if Micah is going to fight this back pain and actually be effective in this game. If he's effective in this game, it could go Green Bay's way. If Aiden Hutchinson's effective in his game, it can go our way. I'd say 20 to 16 us, or like I said, it can go either way. 20-16 either way. Of course, I'm going to say 20-16 us because I'm a Lions fan, but I can see through that path. It's not going to be a high-scoring game because the offenses are going to be, at least Jordan Love got some preseason time, but Jared Goff didn't. None of the offensive starters did for us. So you got to look at it like that. And they're playing under John Morton, who – they're incorporating a little bit less offense or a little bit more offense or whatever they're doing. So that's got to gel. Defenses are just teeing off. That's all there is. They don't care about what coach you got on the other side. They're teeing off. So I think both defenses will create challenges for each other. And like I said, it could be 20-16 either way. But of course, because I'm a Lions fan, I'm going the Lions. But yeah,
all right,
it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be close.
Ken, what you say? What's your prediction?
Oh.
Come on, you don't have to think about that.
Yeah, because I want to try to make it as clse to accurate as I can.
Yeah, crystal ball over there.
Hey, I've been right on occasion here, but I'll go right along the lines with B. Strilla. I think it's going to be a close game. We see a lot of sloppy play these first couple of weeks in the NFL season. because of these short preseason games where your starters at best are getting a couple of series. Give me 21-17 Green Bay.
All right. Not surprising. All right. And mine, of course, I'll keep it real simple. 24-21 Lions. And the two things I really want to see that I think will determine the Lions' victory, can we run the ball effectively on Green Bay consistently? If we can, it's game over. Because everything's predicated on the run. And then the second thing is turnovers. Can we force turnovers and can we not turn over the ball? If we win that battle, game over. That's it.
So I didn't get to give a prediction, but I'll say this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. I'll say, how many times last year did the Detroit Lions get held under 20 points?
Once.
No, not once. Our lowest score was 20, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was
all there still.
That was against Tampa Bay.
Who was that?
Tampa Bay.
Was it? No.
Tampa Bay, I believe.
One of the games that we lost. Who?
It was. I think it was Tampa. That was a low scoring game.
Go back and look.
Yeah, it was 2017 or something like that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
They got
it
us early on that.
I'll look it up, but I don't think this game stays under 20 on. But I know everybody's saying about the defense. Offense is starting slow. This will be a relatively high scoring game.
The over under is 48. So that tells you right there.
So that was just that one game, right? Every other game we scored over 20.
Yeah, and that was early in the season. That was right after the Rams too. So, anyway,
but Tampa's defense different than Green Bay's defense. No offense.
Yeah.
All right.
They really are. And I didn't get my predictions, Nate.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go, Jay.
So I think it'll be 25-23 Detroit. I think Detroit edges it off. And reason being is because I think that whoever can get to 25 points the fastest will win. I think both offenses may be a little bit rusty. But you know who's going to come through? Money Bates. It's going to be a Money Bates moment. I think
Let's go.
Hit a last-second field goal like he's done quite a couple times with the Lions, and I think he's going to break Packer fans' hearts, and I think it's going to be crazy. Give me the Lions 25-23.
I like it. Well, fellas, I want to thank y'all for coming. Fellas, I want to thank y'all for coming on the show and giving us your insight, your input. Y'all are all welcome to come on during the season. We're actually probably going to add some people on during the season because this is fun. I like listening to other people's perspectives, and always having the rival on the other side is always fun too. But I want to thank y'all again for coming, and y'all have yourself a blessed evening, and we'll see y'all when
Ken as well.
Shout
out Ken.
Appreciate you, Ken. Shout out to you, Ken, man.
Hey, and I have no problem coming on.
Ken, you were a trooper, man. I told you could bring somebody with you.
I don't need no backup. I'll run out this one.
Be like, fuck it, I'll take that shit. I'll take that grenade.
Hey, I'll come back Tuesday too, either to do a victory lap or my walk of shame. Bistro. I have no
Brandon, you have something you want to say? Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to let y'all know the over-under for this game is 47.5. I'm taking over. That's my prediction.
I'm taking over.
Shout out. Well, thank you all for coming on. You're always welcome to come on. Ken, yourself. If you want to come on Tuesday, we'll love to have you, man.
All right.
But good luck. Everybody pray for an injury-free season. We need that.
Week 1, baby.
Yeah, let's go. Get them Lions.
Forward down the field, baby.
Thank you
to
Liz DeToro Mendoza for her Houston Texan report. She'll be a regular on here. Thank you to the people in the comment section. Robbie, of course, as always. Pink Panther. Fred, who just came on here. And also
Fred, my man.
John, the Go Pack Go guy. Everybody.
Go Pack, go home.
Here. And Ken, Brandon, and, of course, Rumble. All y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, again, you guys are welcome to come on every show day
anytime
if you want
to,
because it's a Lions thing. So,
full life.
All right, we'll see y'all then. Take care.
All right, buddy.
Peace out.
forget, the Die Laughing Comedy Show with your friends at Dre's Daiquiri and Cotton Gin. $15 gets you admission in a frozen daiquiri and lots of laughs. September 6th, Maxwell, Texas. If you subscribe to One Ass Cheek, 3 Toes on YouTube, you'll receive 5% off your total purchase or a free shot. Proof of subscription required.